Hey y'all, my name is Babbles, and welcome back to my Autism Acceptance Month series, where last week we talked about some of my stims, both positive and negative. And today we're going to talk about something really exciting. It's time to talk about special interests. So, what is a special interest? A special interest is a topic, object, really anything that an autistic person really forms a strong attachment with, a strong interest in. So I'm going to talk about a couple. So today I'm going to talk about two of my main special interests, and I'm just building up a little room again, like I've been doing. And I haven't been really paying attention I haven't really been too careful about where I'm placing these rooms, because that's kind of what it's like in my brain. They just kind of go wherever they want. It's not really any sort of order, so I figured if I'm trying to show you basically a representation of my brain, these rooms should be a little bit maybe not where they would normally be, or not really any sort of organized or lined up. So, I'm going to talk about two of my main special interests today, and one of them is actually Minecraft. So I'm going in with a green for that. I did think about going in with the lime, but I didn't really want to reuse a color. So, Minecraft has been a special interest for a couple years. I got into it the way I think probably a lot of people have gotten into it, by watching Hermitcraft. And I loved how creative people got with it. I loved the storylines that they came up with. My favorite hermit is False, followed shortly by Zedaf. So if you haven't checked them out, they're really good. So I started playing Minecraft actually on my little brother's account. Or not really his account, but his game, because I didn't have it for myself. And then I got it on my laptop for my birthday. And I started out playing Bedrock. I would play on our PlayStation 4, and I had so much fun. But y'all, my hands are not meant for controllers. I do so much better with a keyboard and mouse, so I'm very glad to be playing on Java on my laptop today. So this is going to be the Minecraft side. And then, my other special interest that I want to talk about today is actually food history. Now, before I go on, I want to make something clear. Having a special interest in something does not mean that you know everything about the topic. It just means it really kind of fills you with joy, and I want to say it does have the tendency to take over your life a little bit, but it's still good. So, just because you have a special interest in something does not mean you need to be the end-all be-all expert in it. It's just kind of an obsession. So, food history. And this started back in high school when I got a cookbook full of 100-year-old recipes. Actually, more like 200-year-old recipes from Colonial Williamsburg. And I love that cookbook. It is my first historical cookbook that I own, and I now have over 40. So I have been collecting them. I've even spent over $100 on a cookbook, which I'm not super proud of, but, I'm glad to have it. So, I'm going in with this pink, or what is it actually? Yeah, it is pink. Pink terracotta. Because it feels soft, it feels happy, it feels warm, and that's kind of how I feel about cooking and about learning about the history of food. So, now we've got our two sides. So now it's time to decorate, and I'm going to decorate this kind of like your stereotypical early game starter house with some diamond armor. And Papa Steve head on top. So really, I kind of want this to just be representative of what Minecraft is. Kind of the simple Minecraft. Put an enchanted golden apple in there. And I think I want some paintings. And I think I'll throw in a potion. Maybe one of the splash ones. Yeah, let's do a splash potion of strength. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. And maybe a big one? Maybe move it over a bit? Perfect. So I'll do that, and then splash potion. Oh, and I forgot one thing. I spam torches pretty much everywhere. Because I do not like mobs. I do not want them around me, so I like to make sure my space is very lit up. Let's go in with a carpet. Let's just do plain white, because in the early game, white sheep are the easiest to come by, so everything ends up being white. So this is the Minecraft side of my little special interest room. Okay, so now to start on the food side, I'm going to make a little kitchen counter, very similar to what I made over there. And put those there as cutting boards. This looks kind of like a sink, so I'll put that in there. Put flower pot for a dish. And do buttons. It's kind of drawers. And then up here, I'm gonna do some bookshelves, because it really is the collecting of historical cookbooks that is really a lot of the appeal for me. So, one of the things that I do, or one of the ways I like to engage in my special interest, is through cooking some of the recipes in these books. And my favorite is apple pie, because apple pie is such a standard recipe that you can really see how cooking has evolved over the years based on how people make their apple pies. So I really like kind of exploring with those. Okay, let me get maybe some end rods in here. Ah, okay. Let me move all of this up one. Look at all these books. And now I can do the end rods. I'll just have them kind of through like that. Okay. So here is my special interest room. Okay, so one more thing I want to talk about with special interests before I wrap up for today is the fact that it's not always all fun all the time. These can get pretty all-encompassing. I have definitely sacrificed some of my mental and physical health because I was engaging in my special interest too much. They can be very helpful, and they are very much needed to keep up the mental health of an autistic person, but it's not just, oh, I like this thing a lot and I play Minecraft a lot or I cook a lot. It is, I have spent days pretty much not doing anything else. And that is not healthy. It's all about moderation. And when it comes to special interests, it's really, really hard to get that moderation. It's so much more than just, oh, I like this thing, or oh, I find this thing interesting. it can be incredibly personal and an incredibly deep relationship with this thing. So just remember that with a lot of these things, a lot of these positive things, there is usually a negative side. But the same with the negative things, there's usually a positive. Autism is kind of a disability of extremes. It's not just, oh, you do this so you're autistic, or oh, you do that so you're not autistic. It's very much, well, how much do you do this? How little do you do this? Like, take eye contact. A lot of autistic people struggle with eye contact, but it's not just, oh, you don't make eye contact, so you're autistic. It can also be, oh, you make too much eye contact. It's all a scale. And it's the same with special interests. I love these things, but I have to be very careful with them. So, that's where I'm going to wrap up for today. Leave a like if you like, subscribe if you so choose, comment down below any questions you think I might be able to answer. See y'all!